views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me, busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail. Hey, everybody. Super welcome. Yes. Thank you for joining us here. I'm Dr. Pat. I am being joined by my co-host today, Leslie Fonteyne. Sheer alchemy, clearing the energies of others that stops our abundance. OMG. This is so timely, this show. Sheer Alchemy is an amazing radio platform, and beyond the radio platform, a platform that Leslie Fonteyne has created so that she can not only help us get to the place where we want to be, but learn the tools and understand that we too can create things that are amazing. Leslie, as many of you already know, is a transformation catalyst. She uses her intuitive and energetic gifts, as you're going to hear when we open up these phone lines here in a hot second, to catapult listeners to living the life they were born to manifest. She travels all over the place, too. I mean, you'll be able to see her at upcoming events. You'll be able to schedule completely full sessions with her so that we can move things around, whether it is shifting from scarcity to abundance, from emotional pain to joy, from illness to help. You know, she is here to help understand how does it all happen, but does it with this unbeatable team of ascended masters, archangels, who she brings into the conversation. So when you call into the show today, you are partnering with your higher self, source energy, to get those blocks removed and to be able to move into a loving, abundant, and joyful place. You know, as a clairvoyant, Leslie works with the energy field, fires that thing up, and helps all of us get the results. Sheer alchemy. Leslie, welcome to the show today. What a great topic, boy. We're getting ready for it, aren't we?
Oh, we are. And, you know, why not give ourselves a Hanukkah present, a Christmas present, and a brand new year? Why not?
Yeah. The question is, why not? I mean, what
exactly.
a great way to start the show. Why the heck don't we do that, Leslie?
You know me enough now to know that we're just, you know, a little difference here is, you know, I talk often about been there, done that, read the book, tried the 8 steps, didn't work, that whole thing, you know, and a lot of people feel that. They feel like they did this stuff. What's wrong? Why can't I make a change? So let's lay out some ground rules. First of all, this show is out there for people that do want to shift, okay? We don't want to hear, but this is how it's always been, this is how I always am. You know, we've all got that stuff. We've all got this baggage. Every one of us could tell our story about things that have taken years to release if we wanted to. Okay, so first we got to say we want to. But the other is that this isn't about our performance. This isn't about what's wrong with me. Why do I carry everybody else's water, everybody else's dreams, everybody else's careers? Why did I become the lawyer because Dad couldn't? You know, all these things that we have. So let's look at it from the standpoint of, are we ready to shift? Let's do the deal.
Well, and exactly. I mean, it's really fascinating when we start to ask a bunch of different questions, as you just presented to us, you know, but also, you know, we've grown up with a bunch of energies. You know, you ever wake up one day, Leslie, and say, oh, man, where did I get that energy from? Where did I get that from?
Constantly.
Oh, my God. And then your friends say to you, oh, my gosh, how the heck did you get like that? And so what is it about us that we pick up along the way to becoming a conscious adult?
Well, you know, some of us have never learned how to protect ourselves. And I think this is not just a spiritual nuance that I'm bringing up. But think about a lot of rules that we grew up in our family with, like it's not okay to take care of yourself versus taking care of Aunt Susie. It's not okay to take care of yourself if you need to make Dad happy. You got to go to work whether you feel like it or not. We have so many things in our environment that teach us to care for anyone but ourselves. So our fields get very porous. And then when we begin to talk about protecting our field, well, my God, we think we're being selfish. We think, oh, my gosh, I would just be a self-centered person. Really? That's not quite the case, but we don't have sufficient boundaries around our energy field. So that whole thing of waking up and going, what on earth bit me last night? You know, things like that just come in the door, seep into our field, and then we have to spend all this time getting rid of it. And it's not ours, but then when we ask ourselves, is it okay to get rid of other people's stuff, we bring in the whole selfishness conversation.
Well, you know, I mean, this is really part of, you know, the question that so many people are asking ourselves. They're, you know, we're saying, oh, man, why does Leslie, I know you've heard this a million times. Okay, why does this keep happening to me over and over and over again? You know, I'm doing all the right things, but why, you know, am I ending up in the same place, whether it's, you know, at the same bank account that has no money in it, or the same lover that absolutely does not love me, or the job that I have been in and I've hated every day I've been in it. Well, of course, that's not me or you, but, you know, why do we keep repeating stuff, right?
Well, I have to dispute and challenge the first statement, which is, and we love to say this, right? So I'm going to tell on myself, you know, because our first thing is to protect ourselves. I've done everything right. Really?
Oh, boy.
Really?
Oh, boy.
So I can tell you that there are some things I don't want to let go of. And if I'm truly honest and I go to the core of it and I identify exactly what it is that I'm not willing to release, then everything that's coming up is being served to me by the universe because there's a counter desire. There's another desire of my soul, which is to push through some things, to move into some other stuff. But I've got this conflict, which is, well, if I let go of this and I don't have to take care of all these other people, I'm going to suddenly have spare time for my dream, and that means that then I could fail. And if I fail, what will other people think? And what is success and failure anyway? And what would all these other people think? We just have this cycle of stuff, and we don't really have the agreement within ourselves to release some of this.
Well, you know, I mean, today we're opening up the phone lines for folks to come in and, you know, have a live reading with you, and, you know, getting some help and some relief, because, you know, when we don't get this help and relief, Leslie, and I want to ask you about this, you know, when we don't clear these energies, you know, there are so many things that start to show up in our lives, and then we keep piling on. Yep. What are some of the consequences, if you could talk to them, to that, of not really looking at these energies and getting some help to release them?
Well, I mean, I could talk about it the way some people might, you know, which would be the physical symptoms and emotional symptoms and things like that. I just have a different way of looking at it a little bit, which is that if I've found myself, I used to call this going one more time around Mount Sinai, you know, like the children of Israel. Like, really? Do we want to do it one more year? And, you know, some of us have these where we've done it over and over and over again. We look at it as something out there that didn't change, and we have to go through this, and we become the martyr, and we've got our story. So releasing the story, releasing the martyrdom, if we don't hold on to that, could I say today I'm willing to release this. I'm willing to shift my energy into that of ownership, responsibility, the intention to change. And I understand that the fallout and the consequences are going to be that I'm going to confront some of the fears within me that have kept me pretty safe in this old behavior. So we think in some cases, you know, some of us have some extreme things, and I am not making light of serious financial issues and serious, you know, health issues, not by a long shot. But we honestly, if we're walking a spiritual path of any kind, or we're stepping into some things that are, you know, profound at that level, we want to look at and go, what is this doing for me to hold on to this? If I say to myself, why am I holding on to doing something that I don't really want to do? I'm Miss Abundance here. I should be not doing that. Well, I may find that I am afraid of the disappointment of others, that I can't handle that. What is that part in me that can't handle that? You know, we want to go all the way to the end of the story. These are the things that hold us in a bind, that keep us from shifting, that keep us absolutely stagnant. And until we let go and believe that something good or better could happen to all of those that we're holding on to, we're going to stay in that place.
Well, and, you know, for those of you out there, we would love to have you get in the queue to speak with Leslie directly, and the Ascended Masters and anyone else that shows up to help out. And we've done that really very simply for everybody. You just give us a shout, 1-800-930-2819. 1-800-930-2819. And we'll make sure that we get you in the queue and get some things rolling. Leslie Fonteyne, Sheer Alchemy, joining me here today. If you want to find out more about Leslie, you can go to Leslie's website, lesliefonteyne.com, and it's Leslie, FONTEYNE.com. We're going to tell you about some of the upcoming events she's got going on. We're going to tell you how to contact Leslie for a complete session with her, because around this time of year, I'm telling you, we could all use a little clearing of the energies. 1-800-930-2819 to call into the show right now, and we'll get you in the queue and make sure we bring you on air so that you can get some insight. We're going to take a short break right now. When we come back, we're going to talk about, do we really want to shift? Do we really want to shift? How can we tune in to whether we really want to do it or not? Sometimes we talk about it, but, you know, how do we get underneath what really is going on? Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the show.
Holistic Medical Center is where you find it all. A healthy space with doctors who care, see, and listen to the whole you. Hi, this is Dr. Darvish. If you have not found an answer to your chronic symptoms, you will find answers here at Holistic Medical Center. Our doctors find the root cause of your symptoms and guide your body towards healing naturally. We transform lives from within. Visit drdarvish.com or call 425-451-0404.
Wondering how to play the game of life and actually win? Stop wondering and start winning the game of life with the unique, incomparable Lynn Brown. Lynn's powerful, transferable tools stem from her success in the very competitive world of sports and business.
Since Lynn was one of the top athletes in the United States, she understands really well about the athlete's mind, their challenges, and what athletes need. I have confidence to ask Lynn to take care of my professional team just because of Lynn, her passion, and the power she has.
Lynn is passionate about working with kids and with athletes. Her life is a testament to the incredible power of intention to create miracles. Lynn is dedicated to assisting and inspiring leaders with the vision and tools to realize their dreams.
And she wants to help you next. Enhance your overall performance and the ability to reach your goals. Bring your game face on. Visit letter R, letter U, intuit.com or call 844-B, Intuit.
What does a Dentist of the Year get? A little plaque. Welcome to Smile Big, where we offer cosmetic, restorative, and preventative dentistry. Dr. James Rosenwald and Dr. Susan Abdenur work hard every day for their clients to be happy to smile with the latest equipment for complete smile restoration for anyone. The sooner you call, the sooner they can help. Call 425-454-4040 or email scheduling@smilebig.com. You can even visit our website at smilebig.com.
Transformation Talk Radio's amazing hosts span from the Pacific to the Atlantic coast. With a world full of loyal fans, what's stopping you from joining our clan? Bring your powerful message to listening ears. We've been helping people do this for many years. Want to make a difference? We can help you out. Just give us at Transformation Talk Radio a shout. It's easy to get started with an email so small to host@transformationtalkradio.com, and then we'll give you a call.
Artie Hoffman is the hottest psychic with the warmest heart and the host of the hit show Angels and Answers. A renowned psychic, medium, spiritual life coach, and an entertaining motivational speaker, Artie has helped over 15,000 people with his amazing intuitive gifts, his passion, and his humor. Call 877-ANGEL-02 to schedule a personal reading or to have your own psychic Artie party. That's 877-ANGEL-02. And visit ArtieHoffman.com and Angels and Answers on Facebook. Hey, everybody, welcome back. 1-800-930-2819. We would love to hear from all of you. Love to have you call in for live on-air readings with us. Leslie Fonteyne is in the house. Leslie, one of the things I talked about before we went to break is, sheer alchemy, right? And you talk about this a lot. I've heard you talk about this every show. The question that I think you ask is, do I really want to shift, or am I just talking about it?
Yes.
And how do we know? I don't know about you, but I do not want to have to hit rock bottom, dig me up from 12 feet below to change. So give me a sense of how folks
we're terrified. This extreme reaction we were talking over the break. Some of these fears we have are extreme, and I think each of us could identify that. Mm-hmm. When you have a super extreme reaction, sometimes it's a past lifetime thing, it's an inner child thing. Don't beat yourself up going, oh, I'm being so ridiculous. Forget that. That's more shaming energy from your family, from work, from everywhere else. Okay, so put that aside. But get to the core of, do I really want to change? Well, you notice immediately up in the heart space, and I can already feel some of our listeners, like, well, if I let go of this, if I were to leave my partner, if I were to leave my job, there's this terror that starts to show up. And the terror is based on, one, will I be okay? And two, will they be okay? And when I walk a lot of clients through this, they've had times where they have been okay. But there's a fear that's come on that says, I won't be able to take care of myself, and it's unfounded. So sometimes the extreme reaction is based on the fact that we're fearful, we can't take care of ourselves.
Mm. I know that I've been in those positions. I know that there have been times in my life where I thought I wanted to shift and I thought I wanted to change, but I really didn't. And so
it wasn't time, right?
Or it wasn't time. So my efforts were half measures. They really were not real, okay, I really want to shift.
Right.
I had a sense that I wanted a different life or that I wanted some relief. But I really believe I was afraid to face myself. It's interesting. David Bowie. Okay, I don't know why I'm going to talk to you about this. David Bowie has a song. And the song that David Bowie has is Changes. And if you read the lyrics of that song, which I was introduced to early on, actually when I saw him in concert years ago, is he talks about, facing himself, about what it's like to face me. And I think that we have to talk about that because I'm not sure how I could have moved forward in many, many points in my life if I didn't have an understanding or an awareness or an awakening about who I was looking at in the mirror. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's funny. I got this beautiful picture as you were sharing that because when we say to one another, I had to face myself, don't you get that horrible feeling like, oh, my God, I'm going to see how bare and terrible I am? Or I'm going to see how without anything I am, unsupported I am, how alone I am, how naked and skinny I am, whatever. Right. But what if, the pretty vision that I got was of this small child, which is, look at all that I am, look at all that I can be, look at all that I can step into, look at all that I can create. And there's almost this fear of it being that good or that I could be that powerful and I could do something that radical and that new and that creative and that inspiring and that I could save myself and step into something new and find out how supported I am by the universe, by God, by Source, by all these light beings that want to work with me and play with me.
Wow. As I take a look at some of the things that, I have in front of me and others have looked at in front of themselves, I don't know what it is, Leslie, but, it seems like people are dreaming bigger, right? People are dreaming bigger. Now, why do I say that? It isn't just the people that I hang out with. That's not it. But if you hear our listeners call in to the show, if you hear, people sitting at a coffee table and what they're talking about now, right? There's something about an expansive nature of where we are right now in some sort of cycle that folks can't explain. What do you make of it?
Well, I just think that for some of us, there are some very big things in our lives that often perhaps transcend what our families have ever done before us, or things that we don't know much about. We're afraid of things that we don't understand and know how to do. We've been taught to stay in our comfort zones, to hold on to the norm, to stay within convention. And, you're a great example of stepping outside of things. And, I do want to take an example of some of that. I doubt very much that you knew everything about creating a radio show, creating what you've created to date. It was potentially this one foot in front of the other, following this inspired idea, this inspired guidance that then became this great thing. And I think for a lot of us, we're sitting at our kitchen table at home, and maybe there's not even 2 pennies to rub together, or we feel so alone because our mate has left, or we've left, or whatever. And we're looking at this, what we might consider devastation or a place of emptiness, but to convert it and to go, what could I create now? That surfaces such a rising within our energy field when we begin to say that, because on the one hand we feel our power, and on the other hand we might feel our smallness. And we're not sure whether we want to step in and create and make this thing. But you began with a step. You may have had a grand vision, or you may have had a small vision that got you to that first step. And each of us has that. So what might be big for you is not for me, and vice versa. And for some of our listeners, it could be just, getting a load of groceries today, and how the miracle's going to happen that someone, gives them a coupon for stuff. It's awesome when we can wait with that expectation. And I love your story often, because it's about stepping into stuff you're going, I don't know, but I'm just getting that this is what I'm going to do.
Exactly. And part of this is really, for me, you're absolutely right. No, I did not have a sense of how to do a radio show. Not at all. I mean, I had no experience. There was nothing on my radar 11 years ago that said to me, oh, let's do radio. No. Things started to show up, and I started to say yes to them. Even, Leslie, when I had no clue about the logistics or the left side of the brain of what I was saying yes to. But it was so important for me. And, I think about that from time to time, especially on days like today where it's my birthday. I think about how have I been able to continue to say yes last year? And what do I need to do? What work do I need to do? What clearing do I need to do to keep the portal open?
Right. Well, you're so right on target about, I love what you just said. How did I manage to continue to say yes last year, all this year? And see, some of us need to look at ourselves very honestly right now and say, am I saying yes, or am I explaining why not?
Oh.
What is my reaction? And this can be a private moment for all of us. Pull out a piece of paper, and instead of, draw a line that, did I say yes, or did I say why it can't be? And just notice, and this is the clue to our blocks. This is the clue to why we're not stepping in. I would love to tell you that I could blame someone else for all the time I wasted this week. But I can't. Because there was a part of me that didn't want to step into some new areas. So I found ways to lose the time, to siphon away my time, to give away my time, so that I would not step into some things. We all have these stories we can tell on ourselves, and we act like it's some terrible, dark secret. It's not. We're human, so now choose today. How would I like to hold on to my energy to create something amazing? What's my version of the Dr. Pat radio show? What's my version of a creative moment that I could have today? Write it down, spell it out, and then don't give up on it. Don't explain why it can't be. Do what Pat said. Yes.
Oh, my gosh. You know, you and I must have had the same week, Leslie. I'm just like sitting here. I was on the phone with a friend of mine who lives in California, and she was telling me about, she's writing her book, right? And she's telling me, well, you know what? I've decided I'm going to cut 10 minutes a day and do it. She said, are you doing that? And honestly, I didn't even open my mouth. And in the conversation, it was like I was going to have a reason. Are you ready for this? Why I don't have 10 minutes a day, Leslie. Are you ready for this? 10 minutes a day. Why? Not that I don't want to write the book, but I am afraid that if I wrote the book, it would never be anything anybody wanted to read. And I could feel my skin start to break out in a rash, and she's talking to me, 10 minutes. I said, well, I'm not really a good writer. Well, it's like, oh, you're on radio. You have people. Why don't you just record the book? And then here I go again. Let's come up with 10 minutes, Leslie.
I know. And I love it when our friends follow up with the statement, well, why don't you just? And I love that line because what happens is, in a way, it's a covert form of shaming, once again, because it's implying that since we succeeded over here, we should therefore succeed over here. But I want to challenge everyone listening that this is the coolest God moment ever. This is this moment where you identify another block, another agreement that you no longer need so that you can step into that new thing. This isn't about your performance and success and failure. This is about clearing your field so you can step into abundance, bring light to the world, and inspire people. And, Pat, you get the prize today, especially since it's your birthday.
And, here's how far it could go, and then we're going to go to a break, and then when we come back, we got a ton of people waiting to chat with you. Here's how far this thinking can go. I have a Christmas cactus on my desk. It's a little one, but it's special to me. It came from Linda's mom. Christmas cactus. So I go to get my nails done, right? And in the shop that I go, in Bothell, they have these gigantic, amazing Christmas cactus blooming everywhere. And so I come home, and I look at the Christmas cactus, and here now I have a story. My Christmas cactus is not blooming, ... Might not like the energy. I mean, look at where, maybe it's not getting enough water. And I'm telling you, maybe the thing just doesn't feel like blooming. Boom. Let's take a short break. We'll be
I love it.
With the show.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities are Mother Nature's recipes that bring.
Hi, I'm Leslie Fonteyne with Sheer Alchemy on Transformation Talk Radio. And here's your tip of the week. When we own our own responsibility, we're choosing to own our choices, our energy, our day, our jobs, our relationships. It's a tall order. And what difference does that make? Well, plenty. We're choosing to look within, to change agreements within ourselves, to keep our energy field clean, and to upgrade as needed to make choices that are authentic to us. This shifts our language. We no longer blame others. We're no longer victims of our circumstances. So if we don't get paid abundantly or loved abundantly, let's look within and ask, where am I not honoring myself? Where am I not loving myself? Let's change the agreement. Let's get real with what's in place, forgive ourselves and others, and shift into our new life. Visit me at lesliefontaine.com or call me at 678-665-3366. Let this be the last day that you choose to look outwardly and look within.
Are you ready to move past limiting beliefs and unconscious obstacles that are holding you back from financial prosperity? Do you want to be free from debt and that feeling of being disempowered? Mary Jane Allen is a financial healer and joy creation specialist who uses her unique set of tools included in her financial healing process to help her clients move past those beliefs and fears. For more information and to contact Mary Jane, visit her website, manifestyourlifedream.com, and begin your financial healing process today.
Tune in to Psychic Cup of Coffee with Kelly Sutliff every Tuesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Kelly is a 14-year veteran of psychic ability, and she offers inspiration and comfort to those dealing with grief when they have lost a loved one, and also shares with people that the psychic world is very real. Call 1-800-930-2819 during the show with your questions and visit PsychicMediumKelly.com. That's PsychicMediumKelly.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans suffering from anxiety, you probably know how powerless and out of control this emotion can make you feel. This is why it is so important to remember that anxiety is created by your mind, which means that you can learn to use your mind to uncreate it. Hello, my name is Dr. Friedman Schaub. My award-winning book, The Fear and Anxiety Solution, provides you with a step-by-step breakthrough process to understand and resolve the root causes of your anxiety and build a solid foundation of confidence and inner peace. If you're ready to take your power back, visit thefearandanxietysolution.com. That's thefearandanxietysolution.com, or call 866-903-6463. That's 866-903-MIND.
Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be found off my big home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. When you look under the rocks and plants and take a glance at the fancy ants, then maybe...
That has got to be like, Benny, what is that song?
That's the Bare Necessities from the Jungle Book movie.
Oh, my goodness. There
Classic.
we go.
It's only for you and appropriate on your birthday.
It is appropriate on my birthday, and I so appreciate what you did right there.
It's the Bare Necessities.
It is the bare necessities. But, you know, today I'm going to be like about the sheer alchemy of things because Leslie Fonteyne's in the house. Before we jump to the phones, and we're going to go right to the phones, everybody, so just bear with us. What's the best way for people to schedule a reading with you, Leslie? What's the first way for people to find out more about where you're going to be? Because you're going to be in London, you're going to be in North Carolina, you're going to be everywhere. So tell folks.
I know. Can't wait to get back to London. Anyway, they can reach me by going to my website, lesliefonteyne.com, LESLIEFONTEYNE.com. You can also call 678-665-3366. And the year is starting again. We're going to have a little winter hiatus, and then we are going back to Chicago and Raleigh and Cincinnati and London. Yay! So definitely a wonderful year to kick off.
Wow. Well, we got some folks waiting to chat with you.
All righty.
Mr. Benny, who do we have?
All right, let's start things off with Gina calling in from Kirkland. Gina, welcome to the show.
Hi, Gina.
Thank you so much. Hi. Hey, happy birthday, Dr. Pat.
Thank you. Yay. Thank you.
Hi, Gina. What's happening with you?
Hi, Leslie. I am in huge transition. I quit a job, and I was supposed to have another job, but I knew the red flags were there, and I probably wasn't going to have it. And sure enough, the person vanished. So I'm sitting in this place of going deeper and knowing I have some deep healing to do.
Uh-huh.
And I'm working on that, but I'm like, what is, my question is like the best path to do that healing and then to actually move back to my soul self. That's what I feel I'm supposed to be doing.
I want to ask you right now, if I said, what do you want to create for you? Do you feel like you have a sense, not just in the literal sense, okay, like here's a bunch of words that tell me what kind of job I want to have, et cetera, but deep down, what is it that you want to create in your life? What is life like?
I want to create a life that I really enjoy living.
Okay, do you know what that looks like, feels like, smells like?
I believe that it feels like I am helping others and to help them to reach their full potential and living the life they love, and in turn, I'm doing the same.
Okay, and so not getting this other position where you had the red flags, you had an awareness that things were not going to happen in that way. So they're going to happen in another way. So there was something about listening to yourself that was really important about this whole thing. So now you've got your aha moment on that, right?
Yes.
So the next thing, I'm going down into your second and your third, which is you're afraid you can't take care of yourself if you follow too far down this woo-woo path.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a fear sometimes that somehow if we're spiritual, we're no longer practical.
Yes.
And we're no longer successful, and we won't make enough and do enough, and it's all or nothing thinking. I'm either in corporate world or I'm doing spiritual work. And our energy is flowing throughout all these environments. So I just want to release any of the beliefs out of your field right now, and they're coming out of the back of your neck. I'm just getting some old father energies, just some old things that you're a real high performer, Gina. You're very, very strong. And so, you have everything in you to be successful, but I want you to just think about taking the limits off of how success happens for you. Just releasing the exponential opportunities of how your guidance comes in, how your soul support comes in, your team, the people that you're going to work with, those that you're going to touch, those that you're going to minister to. There's just a lot that can open up for you by completely removing the blockages. So just really allow yourself to do that right now. There's a little clogging in your seventh going on. And this is where you kind of are holding on to some old ideas about how things should work. And that's going into your second. So there's some childhood stuff that, kind of dictated this is how we create security in the world. And we're just doing a wash now, just allowing your guidance team to come in for you and bringing in some first ray energy into your solar plexus. You're just amazingly powerful. You're just gorgeous in spirit, just gorgeous.
Thank you.
So we're just going to clear out some of the old shaming energies. There's just some failure stuff, some stuff that does not belong to you. And just see yourself releasing it. It doesn't serve you. You're done. You've brought it into completion. And now we're going to open your heart space way up right now. And we're just going to allow some forgiveness energy, just going to release some of the anger. And we're bringing in all your ministering spirits, your guides, some of the wonderful energies, some crystalline energy into your heart space. And just see yourself leading with your heart right now. Just see yourself leading with the joy in your heart. And I just see you stepping out, just running kind of like in a beautiful garden, just a lot of beautiful sunlight, and just seeing that everything around you can be picked and chosen. So take all the limits off of what you can create, and that you're fully abundant, fully healthy, drawing in the work opportunity that is ideal for you to communicate through the work of your hands as well as through the energy of your spirit. And just opening your sixth to any intuitive ideas and inspirations that come to you. And releasing out of your sixth right now any of the old rules, old agreements, old contracts about don't listen to your intuitive guidance. It'll get you in trouble. Just letting that go. Okay, so there's some inspirations coming into you. There's a lot of things that make you very happy in your heart space. And if you could today, sometime, whether it's the 10 minutes Pat and I were talking about or the 20 or 30, write out some of the things that give you absolute joy to create and just allow your intuitive guidance to come to you. It could be, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to talk to this company, I'm going to talk to those people, I'm going to take this class. It could be a variety of things. Do not let your mind come in and start taking over how to write this list down. Let it be random. Let it just flow for you, okay?
Thank you so much. I feel already supported. It's amazing. I felt this great shift.
Wonderful. No, I did too.
Yeah.
You're phenomenal. I haven't met you, but I just see your spirit. It's just tremendous. This is really important for you that you sometimes spirit will intervene for us and bring up the red flags so that we don't step into things. Sometimes we're allowed to step into them and it's a mess, and it's okay because we learned, right? And just be grateful for that. Be grateful for the disappearance.
Oh, I'm so grateful. I knew that it was supposed to happen so I could actually take this time to do the healing.
Oh, yeah. So
amazing.
just allow it to continue throughout this day, okay? And when you start feeling the hardness, this is what's hard. Sometimes we want the glow all the time, right? But when you start to feel the heart getting a little hard, because I'm feeling some of that for you a little bit, there's a part of you that wants to beat yourself up. I want you to really go into that and go, whose voice is it? Whose energy is it? Who's trying to take away my power? What's that about? Do I want to give it away anymore? And for each thing, I loved what Pat said earlier, say yes to everything.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you so much, both of you. I so appreciate it.
Okay,
Oh,
thanks,
thank you. I'm
Tina.
excited for you.
Have
I got to tell you, I'm excited for you.
Don't hesitate to write me if you want to after this, okay?
Yep.
No, I wrote down your website.
Oh, I'm excited for you because there's more to come. More to come.
Oh,
wow.
Thank you. I feel it. Thank you so much, Dr. Pat, and thank you, Leslie. You guys,
Of course.
I appreciate
Merry
it.
Christmas and happy holidays.
Thank you. Wow.
Happy holidays to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for what you just did for everybody listening to the show. Mr. Benny, we're just going to keep going.
Sounds like a plan. Ingrid from Bothell, welcome to the show.
Hi, Ingrid.
Hey, Ingrid.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear
Hey,
us?
thank you so much for taking my call.
Of course.
How can we help you today?
So what are you wanting to step into? What's going on for
Oh,
you?
there's I've got a lot going on in my life. I'm raising 2 grandkids, and for quite a long time. And my daughter, who was incarcerated, is in a halfway house wanting custody of her children, and part of her's ready and part of her's not. And we have a lot of issues of 20 years of incredibly
I feel them
difficult
all.
behavior.
I feel them all. So here's the question for you before we go into the story too far, because, you know, we all have our stories.
Yeah.
I want to know, are you done with that whole agreement with her?
Yes, that's
okay.
And I'm trying
I'm getting
to
a lot of
find a way
fear
out
right now for you. There's a lot of fear about the havoc that she can create for you. A lot.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and there's another part of you that feels very powerless.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And then I want to, and I need so much for my own heart to protect my grandchildren, to make sure that they stay safe.
Right.
And, you know, and trying to create a bridge.
Right.
And I really need, you know, I'm very psychic myself, but, you know, when you're in the middle of your own soup.
Of course. Boy, don't we know. We've been talking about our own soup. So here's the deal. Right now, let's bring some of your masters and archangels into your soup, okay? You are not alone. If you have an awareness and you've been working with guidance, we're going to bring in some big guns right now. Let's bring in Archangel Michael. Let's put some protection around you and your entire family. Let's bring in some seventh ray energy to clear out negativity over in that house right now. It's a lot that's affecting you in your sixth, where you're really clouded and can't hear your own intuitive guidance. It is okay for you to step away from the house and let someone else watch the kids for a bit, and you go find some retreat, whether it's at Starbucks or on a path that you walk or whatever. You need to step away. The part of you that kind of doesn't want to go into this too deep, but this is a deep relationship with your daughter that is many lifetimes old, okay?
Yeah.
So releasing it out of your second and third, and you guys have had power struggles in multiple lifetimes. So
over 100, yes.
Yeah, and now we're going into your throat space, and there's a big part of you that doesn't speak your truth, okay? So here's the thing about speaking our truth. It's not to blast somebody out of the water.
Right, which I don't want to do, and it doesn't
We want to
ever
bring
feel good.
unconditional love in, but I want you to fully step into your power right now. So right now we're just going to download some power, and I want you to receive it. I just want you to let go of the stories, let go of the history, let go of all this stuff, okay? Those grandchildren are eventually going to have their own life path. So you don't control all of it. That's so hard for us when our heart is good and we really want to help people. So I want you to just allow a wash through your field, letting it all go, letting all relationships and agreements and contracts go that no longer serve you, clearing them out of your heart, clearing them out of your power center. We want to upgrade the contracts, bringing them to a much higher vibration. So there's a part of you that's really afraid about how things will work. You're constantly thinking, you're constantly swirling, well, how will it work? How will I fix this? What will happen to them? Let it go, because Source has a better plan than you do. So we're going to bring in all of the masters now, bringing in the archangels. We're bringing in the guidance team for those little boys. I'm assuming they're boys. Is that correct?
No, they're both girls.
Oh, they are? I'm sorry. All right.
No, that's okay. 16 and 6.
And now we want to kind of cordon off your field. We want to close off your aura. So you've got a lot of old habits of giving away time, money, and energy, and we want to let go of all of that, okay? So this is kind of going to go way deep into your security center. This is not about anybody doing the wrong thing for a long time or, this is about, are we ready to let it go? So do you feel in your spirit that you're ready to let some of this go?
Yes.
Okay. Because in your third, this is going to be a big shift. There's a lot of ways that we retain power in one form, and then as we switch into a new form, it's a new way of bringing it in. It's kind of like people say, I work hard for money, and then when you switch to guidance, bringing in the funding for you, that's a whole different modality, right? So you're going to be learning a new mode of power. So this or something better, we're just doing a full wash around your family right now. We're putting up protection around the home. And just allow yourself to fully release your daughter in love. And anytime anything comes into your heart space, just saying, I'm releasing the fear that you'll come in and do harm. I'm releasing the fear that you'll take over from me. I'm releasing the fear. And allow your intuitive guidance now. You've had some thoughts and ideas come to you about how to resolve the situation, how to deal with it. They're not manipulative. They're not controlling. There's just some things that have come to you about the right thing to do. And there's some other things, by the way, Ingrid, that are really about your own past that you've been working on or that have been coming to you. So it can all work together. That's the big message here for you. It doesn't have to be, well, I'm doing this, so I can't do that. Release some of that A or B, up or down sequential thinking. Universe is just coming into you in multiple layers of all kinds of things. You're so loving. You've given so much. And now we want to bring in your full team to do it with you. I once got a reading from someone that said, you need to let your guides help you more. And I forget that. So I want you to, I want you to bring them in, okay? And I want you to help them.
All right.
All right? Help them do some of the hard work you're doing.
All right. Thank you so much for the insight. I appreciate it.
All righty.
All right. Awesome. Leslie, one more time, give out your website. And I think we might have time for one more of our fabulous callers.
Okay. The website's lesliefontaine.com, LeslieFonteyne.com. And you can write me at leslie@lesliefontaine.com.
All right. Mr. Benny, I think we have time.
Yeah,
I think we could do it.
Yep, Suzanne calling in from Seattle.
Hi, Suzanne.
Yes, hi. I'm kind of going through a transition period. I'm 60 years old, and I've had a lot of injuries in the last, 10 or 15 years that sort of, though, have at least sort of shifted me. It's almost like I've had to learn certain lessons and maybe meet new people and whatnot. But I'm sort of struggling with wanting to be more positive and wanting to end up with work that where people really support me and kind of support my quirks, and I feel really productive and whatnot. I find myself sometimes going into negativity, and so I'm trying to shift myself and try to be more positive. So I just wanted to get some insight.
Well, you're shifting into negativity because you're not super happy. And you're shifting into negativity because there's some things that you'd really like to do that you're not doing. So this isn't a time to beat yourself up or to go, oh, damn it, I'm going to be more positive. It's not like that. You want to listen right now to really what's going on the inside of you. So if you can go into your heart space right now, and there's some things you're kind of afraid to admit, not because, there's something bad about it. It's more like you feel like you should be doing better. Does that make sense?
Right, yeah.
And so you're a very hard worker. You've always been a certain way, and you've had these injuries, which kind of, I'm sure there was some messaging that precipitated each of these or gave you some awareness, But then there's this other part of you that puts your shoulder to the grindstone. I just keep seeing you persist anyway, push in anyway, make it happen anyway. And it's going against some of the guidance that's coming to you. So you really want to listen to this negativity right now. I don't mean like go and stew in it. I mean really listen to what's going on in your power center. So, for example, there's some things you'd really like to do, you'd like to create. Even where you are, there's a sense of powerlessness, and we want to go into that. And there's some things about being coerced and pulled on from behind. I get this sense of some pressure on the back of your neck and shoulders to pull you in directions you don't want to go, things that you don't really want to do. So your heart space is opening up now, and I'm just feeling a lot of tears, lots of sadness. So I'd really like for you, if you can today, to go into what your heart is desiring, because it's okay to listen to your self-talk. And then what I'd like you to try next is we want to bring in some guidance right now. I'd like you to feel them coming in right now. And I'd like you to be able to dialogue, not throw your hands up in the air, yeah, but what do I do about it, the economy, this, et cetera, give the laundry list. This is about, so how do I shift? How do I choose differently? How do I step into something better? Just allow the dialogue between your spirit and your guidance team, okay?
Okay.
So do you feel them coming in at all right now? Are you able a little bit to tap in? There's a part of you. Okay, good. Because I sense sometimes, you'll put a time limit. And it's like, okay, I got to get going.
Who, me?
Exactly. I know. So I want to be mindful of what time it is right now on the show, but if you can do that and pay attention, and when you get a little tense and anxious, ask yourself, what is that? Am I looking at the clock? Am I worried I'm not being practical, or am I afraid I might fail? Just really have that dialogue, okay?
Right.
Okay.
And, remember to say yes every once in a while, to your abundance and your good stuff, right? Say,
yeah. Right.
Yeah. I want to live an abundant life. Bring it on.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
What a great show, Leslie.
A
couple of things I'd love to chat with you about to sort of finish up here. I mean, you have some steps, you have some tools. Please remind folks what they can do. A lot of things said today, a lot of energy moving. What can folks do right now as we're moving into this holiday season? What would you like to leave everyone with here?
Well, I want to leave everyone with some patience about stepping through some things that we just discover or just allow for ourselves. That it's okay when we make a discovery to not know what the next step is. So let this period of the holidays, some of this downtime, if you do get any, to just explore what it is that you are desiring, what you're nervous about stepping into, what you do and don't know how to do or make happen, and just let it sit, let it percolate, and let the new year begin to be the birthing time for your new dreams.
Awesome. Leslie, please give out your website. How can people schedule a full session with you? Because what we're doing on here is really, it's a snapshot of things.
Super quick, isn't it? So typically my sessions are 75 minutes long. That gives you an idea of how much more depth we go into. Definitely go to my website. You can click on sessions, and there's some free complimentary sessions for us to discuss what we could do next with you. So definitely go to my website, lesliefontaine.com.
Awesome. And for those of you out there, you will definitely know when you get there how to contact Leslie, how to step forth in your life. And Leslie, what's your big yes for yourself today?
My big yes is that I'm going to acknowledge the parts of me that are fearful of stepping into some new things and allow myself to begin to explore how to create. And that is, I think, something I want to do every day.
Awesome. And I'm right there with you. Leslie Fonteyne, everyone. We're going to take a short break. You are listening to, yes, Transformation Talk Radio, the Transformation Network. If you want to find out more about us, go to thetransformationnetwork.com. That is a new beta site. If you want to find out more about Transformation Talk Radio, go to transformationtalkradio.com. If you want to listen to all of Leslie's shows, because they're amazing, just type in her name or go to her website and listen, and experience sheer alchemy. We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial. We're not going anywhere. We'll be right back.
Holistic Medical Center is where you find it all. A healthy space with doctors who care, see, and listen to the whole you. Hi, this is Dr. Darvish. If you have not found an answer to your chronic symptoms, you will find answers here at Holistic Medical Center. Our doctors find the root cause of your symptoms and guide your body towards healing naturally. We transform lives from within. Visit drdarvish.com or call 425-451-0404.
Wondering how to play the game of life and actually win? Stop wondering and start winning the game of life with the unique, incomparable Lynn Brown. Lynn's powerful, transferable tools stem from her success in the very competitive world of sports and business.
Since Lynn was one of the top athletes in the United States, she understands really well about the athlete's mind, their challenges, and what athletes need. I have confidence to ask Lynn to take care of my professional team just because of Lynn, her passion, and the power she has.
Lynn is passionate about working with kids and with athletes. Her life is a testament to the incredible power of intention to create miracles. Lynn is dedicated to assisting and inspiring leaders with the vision and tools to realize their dreams.
And she wants to help you next. Enhance your overall performance and the ability to reach your goals. Bring your game face on. Visit letter R, letter U, intuit.com or call 844-letter-B, Intuit.
What does a Dentist of the Year get? A little plaque. Welcome to Smile Big, where we offer cosmetic, restorative, and preventative dentistry. Dr. James Rosenwald and Dr. Susan Abdenor work hard every day for their clients to be happy to smile with the latest equipment for complete smile restoration for anyone. The sooner you call, the sooner they can help. Call 425-454-4040 or email scheduling@smilebig.com. You can even visit our website at smilebig.com.
Transformation Talk Radio's amazing hosts span from the Pacific to the Atlantic coast. With a world full of loyal fans, what's stopping you from joining our clan? Bring your powerful message to listening ears. We've been helping people do this for many years. Want to make a difference? We can help you out. Just give us at Transformation Talk Radio a shout. It's easy to get started with an email so small to host at transformationtalkradio.com, and then we'll give you a call.
Artie Hoffman is the hottest psychic with the warmest heart and the host of the hit show Angels and Answers. A renowned psychic, medium, spiritual life coach, and an entertaining motivational speaker, Artie has helped over 15,000 people with his amazing intuitive gifts, his passion, and his humor. Call 877-ANGEL-02 to schedule a personal reading or to have your own psychic Artie party. That's 877-ANGEL-02. And visit artiehoffman.com and Angels and Answers on Facebook.
If you're one of the millions of Americans suffering from anxiety, you probably know how powerless and out of control this emotion can make you feel. This is why it is so important to remember that anxiety is created by your mind, which means that you can learn to use your mind to uncreate it. Hello, my name is Dr. Friedman Schaub. My award-winning book, The Fear and Anxiety Solution, provides you with a step-by-step breakthrough process to understand and resolve the root causes of your anxiety, and build a solid foundation of confidence and inner peace. If you're ready to take your power back, visit thefearandanxietysolution.com. That's thefearandanxietysolution.com, or call 866-903-6463. That's 866-903-MIND.